Hi YouTube, welcome back to Super Lorcana World. There was the whole news dump on Monday, and while I prioritized the rules set and made a comprehensive guide on the rules first, and by the way, thank you for your support on that video. Over 1,000 views on this new channel, and climbing. I think that's really, really nice. So thank you all to watching that video and liking it, leaving your comments. It was a big hit. I love to see that. But what we did not talk about are the new cards that were actually announced in all of this, and there were quite a few. So we're gonna have a nice little round table open discussion about the new cards, and we can even talk about the rules now because like we know what everything on the card means, and we have lore counters on them and all that stuff. So we're gonna talk about the cards. We're not gonna go into huge depth combos per se. I still like my how good is it series, and there are some cards that we revealed on Monday that I really want to deep dive into on that. But we'll go a little bit of analysis, nothing too crazy here. So we're just going to go through all the cards, and let me know in the comments what cards are your favorites so far that were revealed. Also like the video and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So let's start with just this random page here. There's 3 new cards. There's Just in Time, just a 3-cost action, play a character with cost 5 or less for free. It is not an Inkwell card. You cannot use it in your Inkwell. So it's just a good card to have in your hand. You can play at 5 cost or less. By the time the whole set gets revealed, there might be some banger 5-cost characters. And, you could take it a step further. If you're playing some kind of Amber Amethyst deck, maybe you have the Pocket Watch on the field. And what you can do is use Just in Time to cheat out a 5-cost and give it rush right away. That could be insane, honestly. So, the sky's the limit with this card. We gotta just wait and see what other 5-cost characters we get, though. LeFou is the next card I want to talk about here. A 2-cost 1/2 character. It has 2 lore counters. So when you quest, you gain 2 lore counters. That's how it works, don't forget. And if you have a character with named Gaston in play, you may pay 1 less to play this character. So this is potentially a 1-cost that gets you 2 lore per turn. So a very cheap body potentially that gets 2 lore counters is really, really strong in my opinion. We don't know what Gaston does. We don't know any Gastons yet. So the success on this card will depend on what Gaston cards we get. But so far it looks very promising. And over here we have a Mickey Mouse, a Steamboat Pilot, a 3 for 3/4 Storyboner Hero Captain with 1 lore counter. Not overly impressive, just a vanilla. Seems to be okay to me. Now let's talk about some cards that are here on this sheet of paper. We already talked about the Amber cards, but we have a new card here, Amethyst, called Yzma from the Emperor's New Groove, an Alchemist, a Dreamborn Villain Sorceress, a 2-cost 2/2, 1 lore counter with Your Excuse. When this character quests, look at the top card of your deck, put it on the top or the bottom. It gives you Scrying, which is really cool. And it gives you a +4, questing. I think cards that give you advantages based on if you quest do X are going to be strong, especially in the first set. And this is 2 cost. It's relatively low mana curve. It helps fix your draws. So if you're going to if you're going to look at your deck, top card, and you say, okay, I don't want this card right now, bottom deck could draw it later. Or never. You know what I mean? I think Yzma has a lot of potential. I think Yzma is a solid card. We talked about the Mickey Mouse. We know the Cheshire Cat has 2 lore counters, so that's pretty scary. Scar. We have a new Scar. A 4. Oh, by the way, Yzma can be used in the Inkwell. Same with LeFou. Same with Mickey. And Scar can be used as Ink. A 4-cost 5/3, 1. It is a vanilla red aggro card. It is meant to hit the board and banish something. That is all this card is going to be used for. Just an aggro character, a villain. That's it. And as far as that goes, I don't think it's very good because of that. But it will have its use in red aggro, and it will be fine. Not a big deal. All right. Now we get to some exciting cards here. We have Belle, the engineer, a Dreamborn Hero Princess Inventor. Another inventor. Interesting. Can be used as Ink. 3-cost 2/3. Quests for 2 counters, and when this quest, may pay 1 less for the next item you play this turn. Belle is a mini Maurice, which is crazy. The Sapphire item reduction deck is looking very powerful. I'm telling you right now. So I think that's a cool card. This and Maurice, you play 4 of each in your deck. And if you go item strategies, depending on the items we get and the other blue support cards, this could be a tier 1 strategy. I can definitely see it. On the steel side here, we have Hercules. Hercules is a 3 that can be used as an ink for a 3/3, 1 lore. It has an ability called Bodyguard. This is a new ability we've never heard of before. This character may enter play exerted. Don't forget, because this game has summoning sickness, quote unquote, you cannot exert characters the turn they come into play. However, this character just enters exerted. Okay, if you wanted to. An opposing character who challenges one of your characters must choose one with Bodyguard if able. So while this card is exerted, your opponent has to attack it. It's a strategically defensive card, right? So you play this card, you quest to get a counter, and it forces your opponent to attack it. So maybe instead of attacking a character on your side of the field that's more valuable to get rid of, they're forced to deal with Hercules, which is a very, very powerful effect if the opponent doesn't have multiple characters that can attack, or if it doesn't have like removal cards or actions, like maybe the cannons here, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But Hercules, I think, is a good card. It's a solid defensive card. And we'll see how it plays out. A little too soon to judge that card, I think. But I do like it a lot, to be honest. Let's look over here. We have more cards on this. So sliding cards here. So we have Dinglehopper. Dinglehopper here. Dinglehopper is a 1-cost item that can be used as ink with a straighten hair effect. You exert to remove up to 1 damage from chosen character. It's... this game might have strategies where they try to eliminate you by death of 1,000 cuts. Having something like multiple Dinglehoppers on the field could be annoying to deal with, because once it's on the board, it's just a free heal 1 damage every turn. I don't think that's going to be very powerful unless you have multiples or other ways to heal damage as well, but it is a very neat card and opens up the opportunity for Amber to be the healing of damage counter color, because it also has the healing glow card. Now let's go over to One Jump Ahead. This is an action song, don't forget, which means a character with 2 cost or more can exert to sing the song for free. So instead of paying the 2 ink, if you have a character with 2 or more, and it can exert because it was on the turn, at least previously, the previous turn, then you can exert that character, play it for free, do not use your ink. Could be very powerful. You cannot use this card as ink, so there you go. Put the top card of your deck into your ink while face down and exerted. It gives you mana acceleration, basically, in the Sapphire color, which is very, very strong, if you want my opinion. I think this card will be very good. But I could be wrong. But mana acceleration is typically very good, especially a mana card that you can play potentially for free. Seems pretty wild. Seems really good. That's all on this page. There's one more page I want to look at here. Here we have 2 more cards. We have the Donald Duck, which is a 2 for 2/3, can be used as ink. It's just a vanilla with 1 lore counter. The card's okay. I got nothing else to say about it. But we have Captain Hook. It's a 3/4 for 4, cannot be used as ink. When you play it, you can add that Blasting the Cannons card to your hand. We don't know what the card does, the cannon card, so I'm going to reserve judgment for this. But if the Blasting the Cannons card is an action that does like 3 or 4 damage just by activating it, and it's a cheap card to play, then maybe that card is really good. And then Captain Hook into cannons is really good recursion. It gives you like damage. It's like constant lightning bolts, recurrable lightning bolts, if you think about it. It will depend on what the cannon card does say, though. So again, I'm not going to cast judgment on this card yet, or the cannon card, until we know more. And honestly, I believe that is it, because I did the Mickey Mouse broom card already. We don't know any brooms, and it has 2 lore counters. That's nice. We'll see what happens with it. I believe that is all the new cards that were announced. I would like to know what you think about all these new cards. I am going to be making videos where we revisit older cards now that we know the rules and see just how powerful they really are. And I look forward to the analysis. Because now we can actually do analysis with no speculation. And that's truly, truly awesome. I'm going to leave it there, though, for today. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.